Hi, Stephanie Toman again. Basic Excel for Module 4, ICGL qualification. Any areas in here that you're not sure of, then they will be covered as far as the syllabus is concerned. So it should help you to clarify anything you're unsure of and also apply to your work or study or anything else that you want. I hope you enjoy them.
Okay, we're coming up to the end of it now, and we're looking at some charts, some of the areas in charts that you'll need to know for your exam. And we have a pie chart. So isolating, we can do this on a chart as well. So this is one of the ways. So if you single click the 22%, they all get handles. Then you single click again, you're actually isolating that segment. If you're asked in a chart, there's lots of things they might ask you to do. They might ask you to click on all the labels and delete them. If you click on a chart, you will get the option to right click and add data labels. If you do a right click add data labels, it will be automatically at the end of the segment. However, all of the things you need on a chart, whether it's pie chart or something else, will always be in the chart elements alongside. So if you click off the chart, it disappears, click on the chart and they're back. So chart elements are always there. You can put a title in, above chart, and then you can see it's up here. And so lots of things you can do there. If we move to the next one, the charts itself, there's definitely a lot we can cover here. So you, as I said, you click on a chart, you've got chart elements. And you can do things on right clicks as well. But first of all, chart elements, you've got your axes, you've got your data labels, as I just said, and you can change where they are. You go to the more options, it brings up the task pane here, and you can do category names on your chart series names, and you can change what you show with regard to that. With the fill on this, if we isolate a fill, if I wanted to isolate this bar, one single click brings up all of them, another single click isolates that, and then I can fill that one with a colour on its own, so it's isolated. So you can see that when you click on the chart and click off, the blue handle disappears, the chart extra tabs disappear. Click back, there's your chart tools. So you've got design area, formatting area. When you click on the chart, these blue handles appear, so you can drag that over and include another bit of data onto your chart, include the March. If we just show how you can bring it off, see how it's disappeared and going down to 1 and back over again. We can change a chart type. You can see, I'll have a look at the resize in a minute. So you can change a chart type. So we could change the series February, right click on there, go to change series chart type. And make sure instead of going up here and doing a line, that will change them both. You need to make sure that you make the change here on a comparison chart. Let's put that back to 1. Let's try this one, it might be a better one. Not really, but gives you an idea, doesn't it, of what it looks like. Okay. So if you change chart, it might be worth adding a secondary format data series and add a secondary axis just in case if they're very different data. Okay, so lots of different things you can do there. Let's close this off again. Resizing a chart, if you do resize, always resize from a corner to keep it in proportion. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll be doing that, which won't look very good. And legends, data labels are moving. So you've got a legend here. You can right click and you can find format legend. If you want to do it that way, you could do it at the top and top right, etc. And you could show the legend without overlapping the chart. Data labels we did earlier. So right click, add data labels, put them outside end. If I just click on them and delete again, right click, Try it again, add data labels, and there they are. Let's close that. Moving a chart. So if you're going to move this somewhere, you need to right click in the chart area. Notice, I'll just come off again. This is the plot area. This is the chart area. So right click there and you're going to move. So moving the chart means that you're moving it from one sheet to another. You're not cutting and pasting. So clicking and moving the chart into its new sheet, you can give it a name, OK, and then you'll see that it's moved right in front of the previous one. To move it back again, move chart back into the object that the one you want, the sheet you want, is called charts. Okay, and then it's back in there. You can resize it if you need to. Okay, so then we've covered all of these areas about resizing the chart. The background color of the chart is quite important. So remember here, if I right click and I'm going to fill, I would be filling the plot area. If I right click here and format chart area, or if I right click and just use this way, which is quicker, I'm doing the chart area. So be really careful and remember 2 single clicks will isolate the one bar. Just another couple of little things to look at before we move on to the final tab. If I actually delete this chart, there's obviously an important one is to how create one. So you're in your insert tab, you're told which one to use. Generally, it's the default one. Look at the language that they use with regard to clustered column. That's all it is. It's just a bar chart. So what you're doing before you do that, so let's go back, highlight the data that you want to use. So that one there, let's say we're going to use that data. Back in, insert, you know where to look for your charts. 2-column clustered chart, you can see how it's come out great. And then remember, once you've done all of that, you can change the details with regard to chart type, titles, data labels, grid lines, legends. You can even do the axis, so you can right click on an axis and format axis. That comes up on a sidebar, and you might want to go up in minimum, and let's do 60 because we can still accommodate that. Okay, and you can see that if I change it, it's gone to 60 there, and it's just at the top for some of them. Remember that if you want to edit a chart with regard to its cost, its sales and things, you've got this select edit here. So you could actually, I've got one there that's profit that's not included. So there's no point in really having that. But I could include going into there. I could add a series name, profit, and I could add the data that goes with that profit. And OK, and then you can see that it's brought that one in as well. So you can do quite a lot with this. You can edit, you can change the profit name to something else. You could change it in there. So editing your data is going to be using that select data feature there. All the things that I showed you, the move chart, the change chart type, they're all here in these tabs. And there's your chart elements. So you can use this way too. That's it then on the Excel, all the things you need to know for the exam. Remember there are papers you can access on Aula, and you can try those before you try your diagnostic test, and they will give you lots of practice in all of the areas that we've covered in this video. And also remember, in the folder where you find the materials for the lecture, you also have the worked Excel demo as well. So if you wanted to look at things yourself outside of this recording, this video, and have a little play with things and learn how to do things yourself practically, they're all in here. Okay, so that's it for today's lecture on Excel. Thank you very much, and see you soon.